They said no man would ever choose her. They said her face carried a curse older than the village itself. They said anyone who dared to look at her for too long would invite misfortune into their home. So she lived behind a mask, not because she wanted to, but because the world refused to see her heart. In the quiet village of Andala, where red earth met ancient trees and the wind carried the voices of ancestors, lived a young girl named Amora. From the day she was born, Amora's life followed a path paved with whispers. A dark birthmark stretched across one side of her face, shaped like smoke frozen in time. The elders murmured that it was a sign from the spirit world. Some said it was a warning. Others said it was a punishment for sins no one could name. As Amara grew, the whispers grew louder. Children refused to play with her. Mothers pulled their daughters away. Young men avoided her shadow as if it carried sickness. By the time she was 10, Amara learned a painful truth: kindness could not always protect you from cruelty. Her mother died when she was still young, leaving her with a father whose silence spoke louder than words. He loved her, but shame weighed heavily on his shoulders. When villagers mocked her, he said nothing. When they called her cursed, he looked away. At 15, the village chief made a decision that changed everything. For peace to remain in Andala, the chief announced the girl must cover her face in public, and so Amara wore a mask, not as a choice, but as a sentence. Each morning, she fetched water before sunrise, when fewer eyes could judge her. She swept compounds where women insulted her openly. She cooked meals she would never share at the table. At night, she cried quietly, afraid even the ancestors might reject her pain. Yet, despite everything, Amara never allowed bitterness to live in her heart. Because every evening, she walked to the edge of the forest to visit an old blind woman who lived alone in a small mud hut. No one else visited her. Amara washed her feet, cooked her meals, and listened as the woman spoke of ancient kings, lost queens, and destinies hidden beneath suffering. The blind woman never asked about the mask. She never asked about the mark. She only said, "Child, your spirit shines louder than your silence." One evening, as the moon rose full and heavy in the sky, the old woman held Amora's hands tightly. "Remember this," she whispered. "True beauty does not beg to be seen. Destiny arrives when the world least expects it." That same week, royal drums echoed through Andala. Messengers arrived bearing gold staffs and sealed scrolls. The prince of the Eastern Kingdom was searching for a wife, not one chosen by beauty or wealth, but one chosen by character. Every maiden in every village was summoned to the Festival of the Moon. Excitement exploded across Andala. Girls practiced their dances. Mothers prepared beads and oils. Fathers dreamed of royal favor. But when Amara said she wished to attend, laughter filled the air. "What will you show the prince?" they mocked. "Your curse. Remove your mask and he'll flee," even her father forbade her. Heartbroken, Amara ran to the forest. There, beneath the moonlight, the blind woman stood waiting. "Go," the woman said calmly. "Tonight, truth will speak louder than faces." The festival of the moon was alive with fire and drums. Maidens danced in gold and silk, laughing loudly, competing for attention. Amara arrived quietly, dressed in plain white cloth, her mask still in place. Whispers followed her like shadows, but Prince Caleb noticed something different. While others boasted, Amara helped servants carry water. While others danced for praise, Amara comforted a crying child. While others ignored the elderly, Amara bowed with respect. The prince approached her. "Why do you hide your face?" he asked. "Because the world taught me to," she replied. Something stirred in his heart. At midnight, tradition demanded that every maiden reveal what they hid. With trembling hands, Amara removed her mask. Gasps filled the air. Before insults could rise, the blind woman stepped forward, her eyes now clear, glowing with power. "She is not cursed," she declared. "She is chosen." The mark faded before their eyes. Prince Caleb knelt. "Will you walk beside me?" he asked, not as a face, but as a soul. And in that moment, Andala learned a truth it would never forget. Those we reject today may be the destiny we beg for tomorrow. If this story touched your heart, remember to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell, because every story begins with someone listening.